I will explain about control and display for our new design for the vending machine. The display is static display. Although the display of the process, such as the screen of beverage, categorized drink flavors and payment, are different from each other, but the interface design will never change its layout over time unless the designer changes the design of the interface. Second is quantitative display. In the vending machine, the quantitative display can be seen when entering the number of drink per case. When clicking on the number of the item, the system will also update the price of the items according to the amount of per case. The third display is qualitative display. The qualitative display can be seen where the status of payment, progress bar, blinking of the RFID panel for PayWave, selection of drinks option, pay button and add to cart button. The qualitative display is important to show the status of the system to allow user know what is currently happening to the system. Next, we move to the control of the vending machine. The control is discrete control. Each of the button function has its own specific action, such that selecting spritzer mineral water indicates the system will store the information of spritzer mineral water is choose and add to the cart, like in this picture.
Next, I will be discussing about how the redesign solved the problem. Now, what is actually a big problem we are facing right now? Day by day, the world has been affected so much to the pandemic COVID-19, and it is getting worse. Adapting to the new norm is not an easy task everyone can do in just like a blinking of an eye. We try to improve in every aspect in order to guard against ourselves, our family members, and also the community itself from the virus, including to have a contactless machine or system that we can use in every single day. As we choose vending machine to be our system that we wanted to redesign, this will give a lot of benefit to the users, and it is also suitable for our new norm we are currently adapting into now. Comparing to the old vending machine where users need to perform a physical contact with the vending machine, the feature of the vending machine of the old vending machine, such as the button to press for them to select their drinks, and the cash slot to insert the money to make a payment, we're being touched by different people. We don't know who they are. Our only aim is to reduce the physical contact users made and transform the old vending machine into a new one. The new redesigned vending machine can finally be contactless, as we want to adapt to the new normal of physical distancing. Firstly, the gesture control. To fulfill our aim to be a contactless design, this vending machine is using air gestures where the users need to stand away from the vending machine for like 50 centimeters. In results, users do not have to do any physical contact with the vending machine. Secondly, the QR Pay and PayWave, or we call it as a contactless payment method. Comparing to the old vending machine, which users need to insert their cash notes into the cash slot, the new redesigned vending machine eliminates the physical contact with the cash notes by replacing it with the QR Pay or PayWave to reduce contact users made with the vending machine. Then we finally have a new redesign of contactless vending machine that solves our problem we are facing now, suitable to the new norm.
Hi, I'm Carissa. So in slides, I will explain about the interactivities, which means that the interactions between the users and the product, which is the vending machine. So let's get started. Before starting the process of buying drinks from the vending machine, the screen will display an instruction in which to instruct the customer to stand within 50 cm from the vending machines. Apart from that, there will be also a sticker on the floor to indicate the place that the customer must stand in it. So once the sensor had detected the presence of a customer within the distance, it will then display the quick gesture control tutorial. So this tutorial will actually display the function of each gesture, such as that swiping left or right to view more options, swiping up is to view the item in the cart, swiping down is to view or to get back to the previous screens, and pointing to the vending machine is similar to clicking on the options of choices. So after the quick tutorial, the screen will automatically display the start screen, in which the user need to swipe to the left to choose and select the beverage category. So this screen transition is sliding to the left, which complements the action performed by the customer. The pictures shown in the beverage sections are drinks that sell in the vending machines. So to make our explanation much more easier, let's say that this customer wants to buy mineral water by using QR Pay. Therefore, the customer will be swiping to the left until she finds the beverage categories that shows water. After that, the customer will point toward the vending machine as the action is to select the water. After selecting the water, the border of the element will be darkened or light up to indicate the action performed is a success. Then again, the screen will slide to the left as to complement the directions of the progress bar. The next screen is the type of drinks or flavor of the beverage category. If the drinks or flavor of the beverage are out of stock, then the drink will be not displayed in the drink screen section. This can be seen in the energy beverage category, which there is only one flavor of Gatorade brand is available, which is the blue flavor. Going back to the water, again the customer will be swiping left and right to view more options and point toward the selected drink. So here, the customer will point at the spritzer mineral water. Then the border will again be darkened and another sub-process will pop up. This sub-process is to allow the customer to set the amount of drink they wish to buy. There is also a plus and minus icon that allow the user to add or remove the drinks. Once the customer has decided the amount of drink, then point to the Add to Cart button. Then the sub-process screens will automatically disappear, and there will be a cart element at the bottom end of the screens. The customer needs to swipe up to view the item in the cart. Next, the customer will proceed to payment once pointing on the Pay button. Again, the payment screen will be sliding from right to left. When the vending machine displays the payment methods, the customer having two options to perform the transactions, which are either QR Pay or PayWave. If the customer wishes to use PayWave methods, then the customer must tap or wave on the PayWave panel underneath the screens, but in this case, the customer would like to use QR Pay. The screen will display successful payment status when transaction is a success. Then the screen will display waiting drink instructions. Once the drink is ready, the screen will slide in the picture of drinks that the customer has selected earlier, in which the arrival of drinks in the dispenser will actually happen simultaneously or display or arrive at the same time as the screen showed. At the dispenser door, there is a warning sticker that written the door is automatic. After the door opens automatically, the customer can just grab the drinks and leave.
I am Aina Walda and I will be talking about the justification of design based on the UX design guidelines. So the first stage that we will be talking about is the planning stage. The planning stage focuses on how the interaction design supports users in determining what to do. So the first UX design that we have applied into the machine is providing a clear model of system tasks. So This is to help users to plan goals of how users should view the system in terms of tasks. So we have provided an instruction display on air gestures. The instruction shows the kind of air gestures that the user can perform, such as swipe left or swipe right for more option, swipe up for more option, and point towards the vending machine to select. As interface that uses air gestures are not very common, it is very crucial to provide instructions to allow users to familiarize themselves with the machine. Furthermore, the action of swipe left or swipe right is well known with users because they have a prior knowledge of using smartphone to swipe left or swipe right. This will increase the user usability as they have prior knowledge that they can apply when using the vending machine. The next UX design that we have applied is keeping users aware of the task progress. So as you can see, the design have provided a progress bar to keep users aware of task progress and what has been done and what is left to do. So this will increase the user's performance in predicting the next action. So as you can see here, when users are performing the task of buying a drink, there is a progress bar located on the top of the screen in white and black color. The black color indicates on which step the user is currently at. So users' performance will increase when they are able to know at what step they are currently at and what they are able to predict on what step they need to do next. So this will result in a smooth usage of the machine. Another design guideline that we have applied into the design is providing a cognitive affordance for a step the user might forget. So as you can see here, when a drink is successfully added to cart, a number will be updated next to the cart stating the number of drinks that have been added. So this will notify the user and help them to remember how many drinks that have been selected before this in case they forgot. Another display that follows this guideline is the gesture control tutorial to avoid users forgetting what actions need to be taken, such as swipe left or point. The final UX design guideline that is located under the planning stage is avoid transaction completion slip by providing cognitive affordance at the end of critical tasks to remind users to complete transactions. This machine reminds the user to wait for the drinks to be dispensed and grab the drink once it is completed. This is to avoid users leaving the machine without the drinks after payment is made due to memory slips. The next stage of the UX design guideline is the translation. Translation focuses on how the interaction design supports users in determining how to do action on an object. So a UX design guideline that we have applied is avoiding errors with cognitive affordance by disabling buttons, many choices to make inappropriate choices unavailable. So as you can see here, the plus icon, this one disappears, indicating that only 2 bottles is left in the vending machine. So the errors that can be avoided is if there is a plus button here, users will add more items into the cart, such as, for example, adding 4 mineral water into the cart. But since there's only 2 in the vending machine, the users will only get 2 and the other 2 will not be dispensed out. So this will cause errors on the vending machine. Another example of avoiding errors UX design guideline is the making unavailable drinks not appearing on the screen, which is this one. You can see that the energy drinks displayed here have 4 flavors, but when the user click on the energy drink, only one will be displayed, which is the blue flavor. This is because the other flavors um, that is not available in the vending machine or out of stock will not be displayed. design guideline that is applied is the distinguishability of choices in cognitive affordance. So as you can see, the add to cart button is distinguished with the cancel button. The reason the cancel button is designed to be less visible compared to the add to cart button, it is to encourage users to add to cart rather than cancelling, as this will increase the profit of the vending machine's owner. Same goes to the pay and the cancel button. um, we have applied the design guideline of helping the users to avoid inappropriate and erroneous choices. So the vending machine provides a cancel button on the screen, enabling users to press the button if they want to change the drink before proceeding to payment. This process allows users to feel satisfied because the machine can fulfill the desire to drink their chosen drink. We have applied the design guidelines of control complexity with layout and grouping by function. As you can see here, the vending machine is redesigned to group the drinks together according to their categories. Categories are categorized into one button, which is energy drinks, and drinks such as Coca-Cola, Pepsi, 7-Up are categorized into one button, which is soft drinks. The vending machine is designed like this um, to the vending machine is designed like this is to avoid wrong button selection that often occurs in the old vending machine due to too many choices to be chosen from. Next is the presentation timing. The presentation timing displayed the bottle on the screen of Grab Your Drink the same time that the actual bottle will appear inside the dispenser box. The next stage that we will be talking about is the physical action stage. The physical action stage focuses on how the interaction design supports users in doing those actions. So the design guideline that we have applied is support manual dexterity and its law. So we have designed the box to be big to allow the button of the box to be big to allow easier target because small boxes cause harder to be selected compared to big ones. Fourth stage of the UX design guideline is the outcomes. The outcomes focuses on how the non-interaction functionality of the system helps users achieve their goal. So we have applied the system response time. When users perform action, the system responds at a very fast rate. For example, when users make a payment, it will respond at a fast rate by changing the screen to please wait for your drink. The final stage of the UX design guideline is the assessment stage. The assessment stage focuses on how the interface design supports users in determining whether the interaction is turning out right. So something that we um, applied for the assessment stage is a cool color tone. The color that we choose is a cool color tone and it is in the shade of light blue to turquoise. The color is calming and represents the color of water itself. The color chosen is following the guideline of the use of sound or color, which is to avoid irritating and annoying color in displays such as not too bright. A too bright color might cause stress or annoyance to the users. Furthermore, if an excessive number of colors are used in one design, the design is seen as unprofessional as users in this current era prefer minimality. Final UX design guideline that we have applied into our design is effective feedback. So when a drink is selected through the pointing of air gestures, the border of the button um, the border of the button will thicken as if it is lighting, and a clicking sound is heard. Also, the button will gray out. These are to indicate that the button is successfully selected. This guideline is applied to solve the design error in the original vending machine. The feedback in the previous design only has buzzing sound for the successful action. This type of feedback is not really suitable for those who have audio disability. So that is all for the UX design guideline.